So I want to go over the vocab piece. I know that's a piece that people have had some problems with. So when I've looked at my document, I'm doing this one. It's time for the adults in Congress to stand up. And when I'm looking at that, one of the words that stands out to me is mired. And so I'm looking up and I'm seeing what mire means. Well, mire means wet, spongy earth. So I'm thinking kind of swampish. It means heavy, often deep mud. And it means a troublesome, make sure I spell this right for you, or intractable situation. I don't know about you, intractable doesn't help me. So I'm going to look that up real quick. Not easily managed. So this one doesn't seem right for my article. My article is about Congress. Heavy mud does not seem right. The Washington is built on a swamp. So I think what we're talking about when we talk about being mired in this article is a situation that is not easily managed or a troublesome situation. And so what I need to do is I need to come up with other words that mean something similar, synonyms, or something different from mired. Well, conveniently, I can look that up using a thesaurus. Now, I have to be kind of careful here. So, we can kind of think about this as being held back, being stuck. And so actually, I think both those work as synonyms. Held back, stuck. My synonyms aren't real good here. So I'm going to look this up. I'm actually going to thesaurus.com. I have to remember how to spell that. And I'm going to look up mire. And I'm going to make sure that what I'm looking up is the verb form because I know from the ED that I'm looking at a verb. So stuck, held back, antonyms would be like loose maybe, or easy. Fixed. Not like a clock is fixed, but kind of tangled. Trapped. Released. Uncomplicated. And what I want to do here is figure out what's the relationship. Well, it seems to me the relationship between all these words is sort of how easy it is to get something done. How much resistance. So one way I can do this is I can do the line that we've talked about. And so on one line, one part of the line, I'm going to put less resistance. See, it says less resistance. And on the other side of the line, I'm going to put more resistance. Now, I can start putting these on the line as I think they fall. So, and I'm just trying to put them in the right spot. If something is loose, it's going to have less resistance. So like thinking of loose teeth right now. That's, by the way, two O's. Loose. L-O-O-S-E. I think easy. See, stuck would be on the other side. Tangled seems worse to me than stuck. When I think about stuck, it's just like, I think mud, really. But when I think about tangled, I think about like ropes and like knots and some of those other things. So I think tangled is more caught up than stuck. I think trapped is worse than tangled. Held back is probably not as bad as stuck. That seems like there's just someone in your way. Fixed seems kind of between tangled and trapped. So I'm just going to draw a little bit longer line, put fixed down here. Uncomplicated seems really low on my list. Released doesn't seem as low as uncomplicated, but does seem better than loose. And easy's probably, so my stuff got kind of clumped together, but that's okay. I am not done though. What I need to do is make sure that I'm clear on the relationship between these words. So I'm going to redraw my chart really quickly just for ease for you guys. Less resistance. More resistance. And then, let's see, I've got on this side uncomplicated. And I've got release. And I've got easy. And I've got loose. And I've got a little bit more up the line. I've got held back. And I've got stuck. And I've got tangled. And I've got fixed. Let's go straight through tangled. See where it is. fixed. I don't want to leave out trapped. And if I was to put mired somewhere, I think mired really goes somewhere around here. So we'll draw a little line out here, mired. So again, not done, just sort out my list. So the next thing I can do is, one, I could draw pictures. Forgive me, I am not an artist. So I'm trying to think, what do I think about as far as held back? So I kind of imagine a little like kind of football player running. So we'll give him a little hand. And I'm just going to give him like speed legs. Give him some speed lines. And I'm going to put a little kind of cop guy here. Hat. Sure, he's got his cop hat on. And he's going to have a little stop sign. And stop signs are universal. That looks like a stop sign. I'm okay. So he's held back. So this one goes here. Stuck, I imagine more like someone who is kind of in quicksand. So let's put him here. He'll go right over tangled. Help. Tangled, on the other hand, I think about someone more like covered up by Spider-Man. Comic nerd, remember? So he's kind of got webbing all over him. Told you I'm not an artist. I'll try to do a better one with some art in it. Fixed just seems like someone who's really stubborn to me. Someone who will not move. But fixed, on the other hand, seems like a choice. So we'll just cross his arms. So he's kind of fixed. Just kind of stationary. Trapped, I imagine a bear trap. So I only know bear traps from cartoons. It's turning out to look a little more like antlers. But, like I said, it's looking like antlers, so we'll just say bear trap. And mired actually to me seems a little bit like stuck. So that seems good that those two are kind of close. On the other hand, easy, uncomplicated. You know what I actually imagine as uncomplicated? I picture swinging. I don't know why, but I just picture that's not like a medieval torture device. That's like, a swing set. Maybe I should draw a little kid holding on to the swings. That's what I imagine as being uncomplicated. It's just, there's nothing, you just go back and forth. That's great. Loose, I told you before, I kind of imagine teeth. So we'll do a mouth, and we'll do teeth, and we'll block one out. Easy. An assignment that you can redo over and over again until you get it right. Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm not an artist. So we've got another option. I can do the same chart. But this time, instead of doing my horrible drawings for you by Fairly Broad Marker, we could give examples. So uncomplicated is really kind of no restrictions. Swing. Release, on the other hand, is a choice to let go. Uncomplicated, there never needed to be the choice because there was nothing holding on, just the swing. But here we've got a choice to let go. Easy, on the other hand, doesn't mean that there aren't complications, it just means they're not difficult. The obstacles are simple. Loose. Loose, you have to work it a little bit. It'll pop if you work it a little bit, just like the teeth, but it takes a little bit of work. There's something there, it's just not very strong. Held back really does work for me on the other side of loose, because held back seems like there's someone in your way. And really, to me, held back especially seems like it's a someone. Stuck seems to me to be rooted a bit. That you're stuck in something. So stuck has this connotation to me of being caught in. Tangled is different than stuck, though, because where stuck, I seem to be stuck in, so I'm in something, particularly gooey. Tangled, I'm wrapped up. I'm wrapped in something. Let me extend my line a little bit for you. Trapped, there seems to be more panic in trapped, because trapped seems that way. And trapped seems like someone else has done this. It seems like it's on purpose by someone else. And I don't want to forget fixed. And fixed is my own doing. So fixed is just being stubborn. So I've still talked about what the difference is between all these words. I've given clear explanations for how those words are different. That's another totally worthwhile way of doing the vocab. I'm going to give you guys one more way of doing it, and I know this video is getting long. So the last way I'm going to show you guys of doing this is just a quick foursquare. So I could do a foursquare. And in one, I'm going to put my definition. So I'm going to go back up here to my definition. Troublesome. I want to put this in my own word. Troublesome situation you are stuck in. And I want a visual for this. I'm going to change pens real quick. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Troublesome situation you're stuck with. Now, I need a visual. Now, all of these visuals work. The one I think works the best is my little trapped one that you can't really see because it's a giant pen, hence me changing pens. So I kind of imagine someone, some little guy, being caught in quicksand. So we want to get some quicksand around him. And he's going to panic. Let's see. And we'll say, help. I'm sinking. So the last one we want to do is synonyms and antonyms, but you aren't off the hook on this. So I would choose a couple of my synonyms. Stuck, tangled, fixed, I like trapped. And I'd choose some of my antonyms. Uncomplicated, released, easy, loose. And I'd still want to explain what the difference was. So stuck is caught in something. Put a little parentheses, gooey. Tangled is wrapped up. Fixed is stubborn. That it's a choice not to change. Trapped is more panicked, and it seems like it's on purpose, but it's someone else. Someone else has done this to me. And then uncomplicated, going off my page, I know. There's just no restriction at all. No rules. Just swinging in the breeze. Released seems like it's let go. There were restrictions there, but they have been let go probably by someone else. Easy, there could still be restrictions in easy, but they're simple to overcome. And then loose, on the other hand, there's definitely some restrictions in loose, but they're not strong. So any way you want to do vocab, align with pictures, align with graphics, a foursquare with the same kind of language descriptions, a foursquare with graphics, or something else. You can do it. But what I ultimately need from you is a couple things. You need to know what word you chose. Always. You need to know the definition. Always. I need to have some sort of list of words that are related. Those could be synonyms, those could be antonyms. And I need some sort